What is up everybody, Marangale here, back at it again with another Genshin Impact video. The Childe banner has been officially announced, and that's why we'll be talking about how good the banner will be in terms of how good Childe is, the featured 4 stars, including Rosaria, and the overall value of the banner, versus the leaked Eula character coming in patch 1.5. Before the video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I post Genshin related content frequently, and if you end up not liking my content, you can always unsubscribe. With that out of the way, let's jump right into the video. Okay, first off, we have no idea which 4 stars are going to be on Eula's banner, considering miHoYo doesn't follow any sort of patterns anymore. It's hard to make predictions now, but I believe the other leaked character, Yanfei, will not be on her banner, only because I think miHoYo would like to spread out new characters as much as possible to force players that are interested in collecting every character to summon on all the banners. Just my 2 cents, it's all subject to change. On Childe's banner, we have Barbara, Fischl, and Rosaria. Barbara is basically a free character, everybody gets her upon reaching AR 20, so you're basically just summoning for her constellations. Her C2 is pretty nice if you're running a Hydro main DPS like Childe, and she's a very free to play friendly unit, because her best in slot weapon is actually a 3-star weapon, being the Dragon Slayer book. She also doesn't require much investments to work, but she does fall off very hard once you reach around maybe AR 40-ish, because she doesn't provide much besides just raw healing, and her elemental skill doesn't generate energy, a key aspect of any top tier support. Next off, we have Fischl, an electro sub DPS character. She can be built as a main DPS with physical damage, but that sort of build really falls off as well, because of her lack of AoE with that build. As a sub DPS, she's very good, especially if you manage to get C6 on her, allowing her to attack with your current on-field character. And Oz does generate a fair bit of energy for the rest of your team, which is very easily overlooked because it generates energy over time instead of right away on cast. My only critique for Fischl is that electro reactions are quite underwhelming in the endgame, but there are rumors of a possible electro buff in the future. I imagine this could be very possible with the release of the Electro Archon. Then we have Childe himself. I think Childe is a decent main DPS that focuses mainly on AoE damage, so he's very good at clearing up large groups of enemies, but he does require a fair bit of skill management to make sure that he doesn't cripple himself with long cooldowns. Personally, I think he feels like the worst of the limited characters released till date, not because he's bad per se, but because his kit is heavily locked behind constellations. Finally, we have Rosaria herself, a Cryo Spear user that focuses mainly on physical damage, so running her with Fischl is actually a really good combo. Having access to Superconduct, which reduces enemies' physical resistance, and if you have her constellations, she can further reduce the enemy's physical resistance with her Elemental Burst. Being a spear user also allows her access to one of the most broken spears in the game, being the Crescent Pike, that can actually outdamage 5-star weapons for physical damage carries. And with the upcoming Spiral Abyss, being more physical damage oriented, having either her or Eula on your team will be almost mandatory, which brings us to Eula, also a Cryo main DPS that focuses on physical damage. But unlike Rosaria, she's a Claymore user, so she can't make use of a broken item like Crescent Pike. But she does have some insane multipliers with both her elemental skill and burst. Her burst does upwards of 4000% damage with max stacks, something we have never seen before, so that's something to watch out for. She also brings her own physical damage reduction, with her elemental skill being able to set herself up to do more damage. I think most importantly is that her constellations, with the exception of C2, are all just damage increases, so I think having her at C0 is perfectly fine. Personally, I think having both of them will be very good for Spiral Abyss, seeing as you do need 2 teams, but managing your resources for 2 characters that basically use the same artifact sets will be very taxing. So unless you're a heavy spender, I suggest choosing either one and sticking with it. Final note is that all these numbers are subject to change for Rosaria and for Eula as well. We can't know for sure until they officially hit the live servers, so make sure to wait as long as possible before summoning, because new information regarding these characters could always pop up in the future, and you don't want to miss out on that. With that being said, that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!